Clare stepped into Bellissima Bridal, heart racing beneath her plain cotton shirt. She'd saved for 3 years for this moment. The champagne glasses froze mid-air. No designer purse, no manicure, no wealthy mother dabbing tears. Just a simple girl clutching a wrinkled magazine clipping and wearing Target flats. "Can I help you?" The owner's smile tightened to ice. "I think you're in the wrong place." But they didn't know the platinum card in her wallet belonged to her fiancé, the owner's estranged son. Bellissima wasn't just a bridal boutique. It was Boston's temple to matrimonial perfection. 3 floors of Italian crystal chandeliers and champagne-colored silk wallpaper, where society daughters transformed into society wives. The waiting list stretched 6 months, unless your last name opened doors. Clare Rice stood just inside, 25 and beautiful in the unadorned way of someone who'd never been told so. Auburn hair pulled back with a drugstore clip, freckles scattered across pale skin. No makeup except tinted lip balm from the pharmacy checkout line. Her jeans hadn't seen a designer label, her sweater pilled at the elbows. But beneath that unassuming package lived a mind that had earned her way through nursing school and a heart that had captured William Harrington III during his lowest moment in the ER, when his famous name meant nothing against his racing heart and collapsed lung. Madeline Harrington, owner and tastemaker, held court behind the reception desk. Silver bob sharp as her tongue, diamonds catching light at every finger joint. Her eyes swept Clare from worn flats to naked ring finger, lips curling slightly. 2 assistants hovered nearby, Tiffany with her bleached smile, Zoe with her phone perpetually angled for the perfect social post. A single mother of the bride sipped champagne in the corner, her Chanel bag set carefully in view. Clare clutched her magazine clipping tighter, Will's words echoing, "They can't hurt you unless you let them." She wasn't convinced. Madeline didn't stand, just tapped manicured nails against the appointment book. "Do you have an appointment?" Each syllable precise as a scalpel. "I don't, but I've been saving—" "We don't take walk-ins." Madeline's gaze flicked to Tiffany. "Ever." Clare stepped forward. "I understand, but I'm getting married in 6 months, and I've dreamed of a Bellissima dress since I was—" Tiffany snorted. 6 months? Our waiting list is 8 months minimum, for priority clients. "I can pay the rush fee," Clare offered, fingers edging toward her wallet. Zoe's phone tilted subtly, capturing Clare's drugstore jeans. "What's your budget, sweetie?" $8,000, Clare answered, chin lifting slightly. The laughter started soft, Tiffany's giggle, then Madeline's cultured chuckle joining in. Even the mother in the corner smiled behind her champagne flute. $8,000 barely covers our basic consultations, Madeline said. "Our dresses start at 15, the ones worth having, 30. Clare swallowed. "I could maybe stretch to—" "Let me see your ring." Madeline extended her hand, impatient. Clare's cheeks burned. "He's having it sized." More laughter, sharper now. "No ring, no appointment, no budget?" Tiffany ticked off on her fingers. "No chance." "Perhaps David's bridal is more your caliber," Madeline suggested, each word dropping like ice. "Third floor attendant might have an opening." Clare stood her ground. "My fiancé said I should come here, that I belong here." "Your fiancé clearly doesn't know us," Madeline replied, turning away. "Or we would know him. If you've ever been judged for what you couldn't afford, like and subscribe." Madeline wasn't finished. She circled the reception desk, silk pantsuit whispering expensively. "What's your fiancé's name, since he knows us so well?" Clare hesitated, Will's warning pulsing in her ears. "Don't use my name. Let them see you first." "William," she said softly. "William what?" Madeline pressed closer, perfume expensive and suffocating. "Just William," Tiffany smirked. "Just William? Like Madonna? Or Cher?" She pointed to a framed magazine cover on the wall, Boston Elite's 40 Under 40, featuring a man with Clare's fiancé's jawline but not his kind eyes. "That's a William Harrington Charleston. His mother bought 3 dresses here. That's a William we know." "Look at her shoes," Zoe whispered loudly, phone still recording. "TJ Maxx clearance rack." Clare flinched but steadied herself. "I'm a nurse. I save lives in these shoes." "How touching," Madeline's voice dripped sarcasm. "But this isn't a hospital, dear. This is where Boston's elite begin their futures, not where hourly employees play dress-up." The mother in the corner choked on her champagne, laughing. Madeline reached for Claire's magazine clipping, plucking it from her fingers. "Oh, the McAllister gown, 35,000 minimum." She ripped it down the middle, confetti falling at Claire's feet. "Save your pennies for another decade." Claire knelt to gather the pieces, blinking back tears. "Don't cry on my Italian marble," Madeline scolded. "Zoe, grab a tissue before she stains something." Zoe approached with a tissue box, phone still pointed at Claire's face. "This'll be gold for our Delusional Dreams TikTok series." Claire took a tissue but didn't wipe her eyes. "I work hard. I deserve to be here." "Deserving has nothing to do with belonging," Madeline said flatly. "Some doors simply aren't meant for people like you. If you've ever had your dreams shredded in front of you, hit like and subscribe. I think it's time you left." Madeline gestured toward the door, where a security guard Claire hadn't noticed before straightened. "Kevin will escort you." Claire stood her ground. "I just want to try on one dress. And I want people to stop wasting my time." Madeline nodded to Kevin, who approached with practiced boredom. "Remove her." "Wait," Claire fumbled in her purse. "I can show you." "Show me what? Your coupon book?" Tiffany stage whispered to Zoe, who dissolved into giggles. The security guard's hand closed around Claire's upper arm. "Ma'am, please don't make this difficult." "You don't understand," Claire insisted, still digging through her bag. "My fiancé doesn't exist," Madeline finished. "Or he'd have sent his mother or brought you properly introduced." Her eyes narrowed. "Unless he's as delusional as you are." The mother in the corner stood, glass empty. "Madeline, my daughter's running late. Can I see the Dior-inspired pieces while I wait?" "Of course, Elaine. Tiffany will show you upstairs." Madeline smiled warmly before her face froze again toward Claire. Some people understand how things work. As Tiffany escorted Elaine upstairs, Claire finally found what she was searching for, her phone. "Please, just let me call." Zoe snatched it away. "Trying to fake a call to your imaginary fiancé? That's pathetic even for TikTok." Claire lunged for her phone, but Kevin tightened his grip. "That's enough, ma'am." Madeline took the phone from Zoe, holding it between two manicured fingertips like something contaminated. "No recording on premises without consent. Store policy." "I wasn't recording. I just need to call." "Kevin, please remove her now." Madeline's voice left no room for argument. "After you're out, dear, your little phone will find its way to the sidewalk. Perhaps your William can pick it up along with your dignity." Kevin steered Claire toward the exit, her flat squeaking against marble. Zoe trailed behind, still filming. "Wait," Claire pleaded. "My phone." "Should match your outfit, cheap and easily replaced," Madeline called after her. The door opened. Boston's crisp autumn air slapped Claire's tear-streaked face as Kevin deposited her on the sidewalk. Her phone clattered beside her a moment later, screen now spiderwebbed with cracks. "Don't come back," Kevin said, almost kindly. "They eat girls like you alive here." Through the glass door, Claire watched Madeline rejoining Zoe, both laughing as they reviewed whatever footage they'd captured. Tiffany descended the spiral staircase, already entertaining the next client. Claire collected her broken phone, hands shaking. 3 years of overtime shifts, 3 years of imagining this day. Now all she had was a cracked screen and the echo of their laughter. She scrolled through her contacts, finding Will's number. Her thumb hovered over it, remembering his instruction. "Don't call me if they turn you away. I'll know what happened. Just go to the park across the street. Give me 30 minutes. Claire looked up at the limestone facade of Bellissima one last time, then turned toward the small green park that faced it. As she crossed the street, her phone buzzed with a notification. Bellissima's TikTok account had just posted a new video. "When you can't afford the dream, #Bridezilla, #delusional, #know your place." If you've ever been publicly humiliated and walked away with your head high, hit like and subscribe. 3 weeks later, Bellissima buzzed with excitement. The annual Bridal Elite Showcase, invitation only, champagne flowing, Boston Globe Society photographers circling. Madeline held court near the main display, silver bob freshly cut, black designer suit immaculate. "The McAllister collection arrives next month," she told a cluster of socialites. "Only 3 in the country. We have 2. Tiffany circulated with champagne flutes on silver trays. Zoe captured everything for social media, her nurse girl video having earned Bellissima 50,000 new followers and countless cruel comments. "Is William coming today?" asked Elaine, whose daughter had purchased the second most expensive gown of the season. Madeline's smile tightened. William is otherwise engaged. 3 years is a long estrangement, another woman murmured, even for the Harringtons. My son makes his choices, Madeline replied. Eventually he'll remember where he belongs. The boutique doors swung open. Conversations faltered. Champagne glasses froze mid-air. William Harrington III entered, tall, classically handsome in his tailored suit, the family jawline unmistakable even after 3 years of absence. His father's watch glinted at his wrist. His mother's sapphire eyes surveyed the room coldly. But it was the woman beside him that caused Madeline's glass to slip from her fingers, shattering against Italian marble. Clare stood hand in hand with Will, wearing a simple white dress, feet still in those practical flats. And on her finger gleamed the Harrington heirloom diamond, 7 generations of history now pointing directly at Madeline's heart. The silence stretched like spun glass, brittle and dangerous. Will broke it first. Hello, Mother. His voice carried across the boutique, commanding attention without effort, the Harrington gift. It's been a while. Madeline's face struggled to rearrange itself, professional mask slipping. William, what an unexpected surprise. Her eyes never left the ring on Claire's finger. And you've brought a friend. My fiancé. Will's hand tightened around Claire's. Claire Rice, though you've already met. Recognition dawned across the room. Phones appeared in manicured hands, champagne forgotten. Tiffany stepped backward until she bumped against a mannequin. Zoe's camera lowered slowly. The nurse, someone whispered, too loudly. Tick-tock girl, another added. Madeline's smile remained frozen. Of course. How lovely. Had I known she was your choice, we would have welcomed her properly. The way you welcome all your customers? Will asked, voice deceptively light. We've seen the video, Mother. Everyone has. 62,000 views, I believe. Zoe's phone slipped from her fingers, clattering to the floor. A misunderstanding, Madeline offered weakly. We have certain protocols. For humiliating working women? Claire spoke for the first time, her voice soft but steady. For deciding who deserves to be a bride based on their shoes? Will surveyed the room. My fiancée came looking for a wedding dress. Instead, she got public mockery and a cracked phone screen. William, Madeline hissed, this is hardly the venue for... It's exactly the venue. Will moved forward, Claire beside him. Guests parted like water. Claire will be a Harrington, which makes her exactly your target demographic, doesn't it? Madeline's composure cracked further. You've been gone 3 years, and you return with... her? Your father would... My father died waiting for you to visit him in the hospital, Will cut in, voice hardening. While you were here selling dreams, Claire was the nurse who stayed with him, who called me to come home, who held his hand when you were too busy. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Phones filmed everything. I didn't know, Madeline whispered. You didn't ask, Will replied, too concerned with appearances to notice reality. Claire stepped forward. I don't want your apology, Mrs. Harrington. I just want what I came for originally, to try on wedding dresses, to be treated like a human being worthy of your services. Perhaps, Will added, looking directly at his mother, you can show us the McAllister collection you were just discussing. After all, no budget concerns now. Madeline stood frozen, champagne soaking her expensive shoes, decades of careful social engineering crumbling around her. A woman from the crowd, Elaine, stepped forward, eyeing Claire's ring. Well, I for one would love to see the future Mrs. Harrington try on some gowns. She raised her champagne glass. To new beginnings. Others murmured agreement, social instincts shifting allegiance to the newly confirmed Harrington heir and his bride. Tiffany rushed forward. I'll prepare the private fitting room. Zoe gathered her phone. I'll take down the video immediately. Madeline remained silent, watching her carefully constructed world realign itself around the girl she'd thrown onto the sidewalk. If you've ever stood your ground while others scrambled to change their tune, hit like and subscribe. The next morning's Boston Globe Society pages featured a single photograph. Claire in a stunning McAllister gown, Will gazing adoringly beside her, Madeline noticeably absent from the frame. The caption read, Harrington heir ends 3-year silence, introduces nurse fiancé at Bellissima showcase. Inside Bellissima, the atmosphere had shifted like weather. Tiffany arranged champagne flutes with trembling hands. Zoe archived old social posts. The Delusional Dreams series mysteriously vanished. The phone rang constantly. Cancellations, reporters, curious socialites. Madeline sat alone in her office, doors closed. Her empire built on exclusivity now faced a reckoning. The boutique remained open, but footsteps on Italian marble echoed differently. Whispers followed every sale. The truth spread through Boston's elite circles with delicious speed. Madeline Harrington had humiliated her own future daughter-in-law, had mocked the woman who cared for her dying husband, had been, in the most unforgivable social sin, spectacularly wrong about someone's importance. By week's end, 6 VIP appointments canceled, 2 magazine features postponed indefinitely. The board of the Boston Arts Patronage, which Madeline had chaired for 15 years, quietly suggested she take a sabbatical. Her invitation to the governor's winter gala, always assumed, never questioned, failed to arrive. In its place came an invitation to Clare and William's engagement party at the Harrington estate, with a handwritten note. "Your presence would mean everything to us." William's signature, not Clare's. A bridge extended, not demanded. Madeline placed it on her desk beside the morning's financials, Bellissima's first quarterly loss in 12 years. The envelope remained unsealed, her RSVP card blank, as hours turned to days. Pride and love waged silent war across the Harrington name. If you've ever watched karma unfold in slow, beautiful motion, hit like and subscribe. 1 year later, snow dusted Bellissima's windows. Inside, white roses and crystal vases had replaced the usual displays. A closed for private event sign hung on the door. Clare stood before the 3-way mirror in the McAllister gown, now altered to perfection. Not in the main showroom, but in the private bridal suite upstairs, the one reserved for Bellissima's most important clients. A soft knock at the door. "May I come in?" Clare turned to see Madeline standing hesitantly at the threshold, looking smaller somehow, though her bob was still perfect, her suit still immaculate. "It's your boutique," Clare answered. Madeline stepped inside, closing the door behind her. For a moment, she simply looked at Clare in silence. "You chose to have your final fitting here," Madeline finally said. "After everything." Clare adjusted the lace at her wrist. "Will thought it might mean something to you." "Not Will, you." Madeline moved closer. "My son hasn't forgiven me, but you chose to bring your business here anyway." "Business?" Clare smiled slightly. "Is that how you see your son's wedding?" Madeline looked away. "I don't know how else to see things anymore." Clare turned back to the mirror. "I'm not here for revenge, Mrs. Harrington. That was never the point." "Then why?" "Because someday, you'll be my child's grandmother." Clare met Madeline's eyes in the reflection. "And I want that child to have a family, not a war." Madeline's composure cracked, just slightly. She reached into her pocket and withdrew a small blue box. "This was mine on my wedding day, William's grandmother's before that." Inside nestled a sapphire hairpin, something old, something blue. "May I?" Madeline asked. Clare nodded, and in the silent truce that followed, Madeline's trembling hands pinned it carefully into Clare's hair, a legacy continuing, despite everything. Some victories don't need applause, just witness. If you believe second chances are the greatest form of strength, like and subscribe.